What's up, YouTube? This is Fable Grimro back here with another deck profile. Today I'm giving you guys a deck that has recently become very popular in the OCG and is still plenty dangerous in the TCG, and I'm talking about Lavals. They are an archetype based on sending monsters from your deck to the graveyard and being able to special summon and use effects off of that. So I'm going to give you guys sort of a sneak peek of my current build right now, and then I'm going to tell you about some other cards that are coming out that will make this deck super broken. So let's get to what I got so far. First off is 2 Laval Miller. When he is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can send 2 Laval monsters from your deck to the graveyard. Right now, this guy is an essential in the Laval deck. He will be outclassed later by a spell card that is essentially his effect, called a Molten Transmission Field. But right now, 2 Laval Millers is ideal for Laval decks. Next up, 3 Laval Volcano Handmaiden. She is probably one of the most broken cards in this deck. When she is sent to the graveyard while you have another Laval monster in your graveyard, you can send any Laval monster from your deck to the graveyard, including herself. So the ideal play is have Miller be destroyed by battle, send 1 copy of her and another Laval monster to the graveyard, and then you can send multiple copies of Handmaiden through her own effect, and at the end of that, you should have about 5 or 6 Laval monsters in your graveyard right off the bat, where you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with. So she is the main engine of this deck. She also is a one-star tuner with 200 defense, so rekindling. So she is super broken for this deck. Next up, 3 Laval Cannons. Another aspect of the deck is sending your Laval monsters and then removing them from play to gain effects. Some of their Synchros, and then a Burning Lady of the Lake, who isn't out in the TCG yet, but she's one of those cards that is another great card for the deck. Laval Cannon allows you to get those guys back from remove from play and special summon them. So his effect is when he's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 remove from play Laval monster. So here is another guy. He has great synergy, as I said, with Burning Lady of the Lake, some of the Synchro monsters, as well as Gold Sarcophagus. So he's another essential to this deck, another very, very crazy card for the deck. Next up, 2 Laval Magma Cannoneers. His effect is not all that impressive. You can up to twice per turn you can send a Laval monster from your hand to the graveyard to inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. Rarely do I ever actually use this effect, but it's pretty good for ditching Laval monsters from your hand in order to set up big plays later. The main reason why this guy is ran in the deck, though, and he's extremely important, is that he is a 4-star non-tuner Pyro type monster with 200 defense, which screams rekindling all over it, as he is going to be your essential Laval non-tuner that you're going to be dumping to the graveyard. So again, 2 is a necessity in this deck as well. Next up, I got 1 Laval Forest Sprite. She is a 2-star tuner, and when she's sent to the graveyard, your Laval monsters get an attack boost based off the number of Lavals in your graveyard at the time that she's sent. The attack boost is pretty nice if you're able to get it off synchro her off during main phase 1. I only run 1 of her, as she's not a necessity for the deck, but she definitely opens up a lot of synchroing options. As does Laval Lampslord. He's a 6-star non-tuner. He can be normal summoned without a tribute, but at the end of the turn you have to send him to the graveyard. He also has 200 defense, so he can be rekindling, Fire Dog. He's just a 6-star. Him and Sprite make for a very easy level 8, so that's why I run them in the deck, as they are just extra tech cards to get more Synchros out. I also run 3 Flemvel Fire Dog, 1900 attack. This guy is super wicked good in any sort of fire deck. When he destroys a monster by battle, he can special summon 1 fire-type monster with 200 defense, except for himself. As I told you guys before, most of my other Lavals have 200 defense. So this guy is sort of an alternate method to spamming out Synchros. He's extremely good. Definitely run him. And my last monster is a little bit of a surprise, but as I'll explain later, he's very good for this deck, and that is Battle Fader. The thing with Lavals is that you might need a turn or so to set up, and so Battle Fader allows you to have an extremely good defense while you get your rekindling and your big play set up, while you don't have to commit to the field. He is also a 1-star tuner, so him and Handmaiden allow access for a Formula Synchron, which you can easily go into shooting Star Dragon or shooting Quasar Dragon. So I definitely like Battle Fader for this deck. Definitely run 3 of him. Spells. 3 Pot of Duality. This thing, even though it prevents you from special summoning that turn, it allows you to grab whatever card you're going to need for next turn, and also has amazing synergy with Battle Fader. So the 2 of them together sort of make this deck extremely consistent, surprisingly consistent based off of how explosive it is, which is why this deck is probably really dangerous. So definitely 3 dualities along with Battle Fader. 3 Rekindling. This card is broken. It is your win condition. I'm hoping it doesn't get hit on the September ban list, because that will absolutely crush this deck. But here is your win condition card. I don't need to explain why to run this card. Run 3 of this card. 3 Gold Sarcophagus. Just another card that helps the consistency of this deck, lets you grab the rekindling that you need, and then you can install with Battle Fader for a turn. And it also lets you banish a Laval monster that you can later bring back with Cannoneer. So this card also is incredibly good with Cannoneer. Again, another card that allows a lot of consistency, a lot of synergy with this deck. So definitely, I like it at 3. You can run 2 if you want to, but I like it at 3. 3 MSTs, just heavy back row hate, so that you can destroy your opponent's warning or Fiendish Chain before you go off and OTK them. Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Foolish Burial. I forgot to mention earlier that Volcano Handmaiden, because of her wording, she will only get her effect off when she is sent by a card effect. So if she is sent as a cost, like say due to a Magma Cannoneer, or she's synchroed off, she will miss the timing. But she will get her effect if she is sent via a card effect, so like Foolish Burial, Laval Miller, Molten Transmission Field when that card comes out, or if she's just flat out destroyed by battle, she will get her effect. So forgot to make note of that. But Foolish Burial, obvious synergy with the deck. But again, like Miller, it becomes a little outclassed with when a Molten Transmission Field comes out. But for now, it's an absolute necessity. Mind Control, Monster Reborn, and Heavy Storm. And then the trap lineups, not that many traps. 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Torrential Tribute. This is an absolute must in the deck, as it essentially, pretty much like the ideal opening move is to use Duality, Gold Sark, have a Battle Fader or set one of these guys, so that way you can mess up your opponent, I mess your opponent, destroy their monsters, clear their field, get a monster out, and then next turn. So essentially, this is an absolute necessity. This is a blessing for Lavals that the ban list brought this thing back to 2. Definitely run 2 turns for tributes no matter what you do, and then 1 solemn judgment. For synchros, Lavals are a synchro heavy deck. They don't like going into Xyz monsters except for Laval Chain, which is not out yet. So start off here, 2-star Formula Synchron, Canister, Hyper Librarian, nets crazy advantage in this deck. Laval Dual Slasher, he can become a double attacking Piercer, depending on the number of Laval monsters in your graveyard. So he's in there for some massive damage. Lavable Dragon is insanely good. You can return 2 Laval monsters in your graveyard to your main deck to return a card your opponent controls back to its hand. So he allows you to send Lavals from your graveyard back, bounce your opponent's field, and then go for the win. So extremely broken for this deck. Brio, Laval the Greater. This guy, when he is synchro summoned, you must send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and then he cannot be destroyed. Or you can, if he would be destroyed by a card effect, you can remove play 1 Laval monster in your graveyard to prevent him from being destroyed. The sending the card to the graveyard is an effect, so you will be able to get Handmaiden's effect off of it. He's okay. There's a card, Lovable Dragoon, that comes out later that sort of outclasses him, but right now he's still not a bad option. Black Rose, Ancient Flamvel Deity. Because Magma Cannoneer is a Pyro type, this guy is summonable with a Cannoneer and Burning Lady of the Lake when she comes out. This guy can become huge. He can remove a lot of key cards from your opponent's graveyard. Very good card for this deck as well. Laval Stenin. He's sort of a beefed up version of Laval the Greater. Again, when he's synchro summoned, you must send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. And then when he would be targeted by an effect, you can remove a Laval monster from your graveyard to negate that effect. Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Mistworm, because there's no more Trishula, Shooting Star Dragon, and Shooting Quasar Dragon. It is ridiculously easy to go into these 2 cards, especially Quasar in this deck, because of Rekindling. So definitely these are the main reasons why this deck does not want to run Exceeds, because it's extremely synchro heavy and can easily get these guys out. Alright guys, so that's my current Laval build. I mentioned some of the cards that are coming out later. Molten Transmission Field is a beefed up Foolish Burial for Lavals. Laval Lady of the Burning Lake is a 3-star tuner that you can remove her and another Laval monster from your graveyard to destroy 1 set card your opponent controls. Laval Dragoon is a 6-star synchro that lets you add a Laval monster from your deck to your hand and then send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. So it allows you for toolboxing and then getting off effects like Volcano Handmaiden. Lovable Chain is an 1800 rank 4 Exceed that you can detach a material to send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. Another good setup card. And then also out of the next set, a card called a Card D. Gives Lavals some insane draw power and also has good synergy with a Battle Fader and Duality. Just makes the deck that much more explosive. So hope you guys liked what I got so far. This is a deck that I would definitely try to update as some more of the stuff comes out. So hope you guys like my video. Rate, fix, comment. Let me know what you think. Peace out, YouTube.